Hey, hey, hey. I'm out here getting me some fresh air. And there were some things that were on my mind that I wanted to speak about, family. You know, I never come on here just to be talking. Please know that. When I was taking my daughter to school this morning, the sky was looking just like this, clear. Clear. And during this time, I happened to look up. There were other cars in front of me at the light. I think about maybe 3 or 4. So I was slowing down, and I'm always looking up. As I was looking up, I saw an object in the sky. I'm assuming that it was a plane, because I don't live that far from the airport. But of course, it wasn't making any noise. It was just sitting there. That's how I knew it wasn't a plane. It was just sitting there, as though it was waiting for me to, notice it. And I'm looking, and I'm looking, okay? And it looked at kind of whitish pink looking. These light ships, shall I say, they are known to blend in. They can pretty much look like anything, to the truth, but they are known to blend in, whether they're looking like a cloud. But if you stare long enough, you will notice some flashing of lights within inside the clouds, or they can have the appearance of a plane. But if you keep looking, you would notice it's shifting from looking like a plane to looking elongated looking, okay? And anyway, and all of a sudden you won't see the wings anymore. You just see this, object that looks kind of white looking, but without the wings, okay? But you have to be operating awareness to pick up on this. A lot of people don't look up. But it was quiet, and it was just sitting there, and it flashed, okay? That's how it really got my attention. When I was looking at it, it flashed. And so I was looking at it, and actually I was seeing like windows. So this object could have been saucer-like, It was like in my vision when I was looking at it, but it was also blending in with the clouds. The only thing that made it stand out was it looked whitish, pink looking. And it flashed, it flashed at me, and then it started to fade out right before my eyes. It started to phase out right before my eyes. I made sure I did not blink. I stared at it, and it vanished right before my eyes. Now, I don't think it went anywhere due to the technology, the advanced technology. Whomever is running the show, they were able to just vanish right before my eyes and be invisible. I truly believe they didn't go anywhere, because this so-called light ship was still the whole time. It wasn't moving. It was just hovering in the sky, blending in with the clouds. But it stood out due to the fact that it looked at whitish pink looking. Very interesting. It amazes me how these objects, when you're constantly operating awareness and you're looking at them, how they just fade out as though nothing is there, but they're there. But they are there. I'm talking to somebody. And my daughter was in the back seat But of course, she wasn't paying attention, and I didn't bring it to her attention at all. You know, I was just amazed by what I was seeing, and I was able to see it real good because the traffic had slowed down. And once it picked up, you know, I had to get my focus on the road, okay, so I won't hit nobody. But wow, that's all I can say. That was another wow factor today, seeing that. So here I am, you know, sitting in my room, and this has happened before that I'm getting ready to speak about. So if many of you have encountered this, you're not crazy, okay? It is what it is, okay? When you start to be more open, operating more in awareness, okay? You're going to be in tune with things that you normally wasn't in tune with before, okay? That's what it is, what it is, okay? But you see, when you see an apparition or whatever the case may be, you know, you're becoming more spiritually open, you're operating more in awareness. Now, I talked about this before, but I want to real quick speak about, this is something new that I have been noticing. So, I was sitting in my room this morning, not too long ago, and, you know, I'm sitting up here, you know, checking something out on YouTube, and while I'm looking, all of a sudden it looked like, to me, it looked like I was seeing a net in my room, okay? And of course, I'm like, you know, this ain't the season for nets to be out. But this right here, what I was seeing, it was quite different. It didn't really, it was small as the size of a net, but it was moving differently. You know, a net doesn't care. You know, like I know during the summertime or spring, a net's flying. You know, they be all in your face, and you got to do all this right here. You know, they don't back up. You know, they would actually move towards you. So that which I was seeing, it was at a distance. I probably say about maybe 3 feet away from me. 2 or 3, about 2 or 3 feet away from me. And I'm looking at it, right, because it caught my attention. It was right in the center of my vision. It caught my attention. I'm looking at it. I'm like, And, you know, I'm trying to figure out what it is that I'm actually looking at. I said, well, it's small like a net. I said, this is a net in my room. So, you know, that can possibly be the case. You know, maybe it came in and it's been hiding, and it, you know, it's been in the windows or inside of a plant or whatever the case may be. And so while I'm staring at it, I'm checking it out. I'm checking out how it's moving. And when I moved towards it, it moved back. I said, as I was moving towards it, it moved back. And then it positioned itself as though it was just hovering in the air. I'm looking at it. I'm like, hold up, Dan. This ain't no net. This ain't no net right here. You know, it didn't take me long to figure out what it was. But, you know, I'm still trying to, you know, I'm still checking it out. Now, this ain't the first time this has happened. This happened about maybe, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 times before. So this ain't my first rodeo seeing this. It happens every now and then. But it just happened. So I'm looking at it. So I got some paper, right? And I'm holding this phone. But anyway, I had a piece of paper in this hand, piece of paper in this hand. And I did like this. Hold up. With the paper, I did like this. Trying to, you know, hit it. And I looked at the paper. And I know good well I should have hit it. I looked at the paper. It was nothing on it. I said, And then I would say a couple of days back when I saw it, this happened in the evening time, you know, I used my hand. I saw it, I did like this. Actually, I had to do about, 2 or 3 times. Looked at my hands, I didn't see anything. I'm like, it just fade out. I'm like, what in the world? This bad boy is quite fast. You know, it's hard for me to get to him. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, make a long story short, okay? Make a long story short before I end up switching to another topic. I wasn't really questioning it so much a while back when I was seeing it. I was just assuming, oh, okay, probably some kind of net, flying around. But it was small like a net, but the it didn't really look like a net. That's what I'm trying to make. At first I thought it might have been a baby spider, hanging down. But I didn't see no webs. I didn't see no little crawly looking hands, from it. So I said, this is not a spider. And obviously this is not a net. So when I was in my room, I said, you know what? Usually when I do readings, right, the first thing when I'm questioning something, okay, the spirit will always tell me, check your intuition. What's your intuition telling you, okay? We should always check within anyway. So I close my eyes and I try to tune in, right? It's just me communing with spirit. And I was asking, is this, I'm just going down the line. This a spider I'm seeing? I got no. Is this a net I'm seeing? I got no. I say, is this AI? I got the answer, yes. I'm like, wow. So what are you saying, Corinne? What I'm saying is, we are being watched. If you watch a lot of people who have videos out, they call it chosen. They have the word chosen in it. And a lot of people have like targeting, shall I say, videos out. I don't consider myself as no T individual. I don't put that out there, okay? Even if I was, I still don't put it out there, because anything that you speak on, you pretty much inviting it more into your life. So I don't speak on it, okay? How I view my life is what I speak on, okay? As far as how I choose to see my life. I would never speak on my problems, okay? I'm always looking at the long haul and how I choose to see my life, okay? So you never hear me talking about being a T individual. But people do, and I don't think they should, because you are who you say you are. That's a matter of choice. I don't put that out there into the universe. I am victorious. I'm a child of the Most High God. And the Most High God did not give his children, the spirit of fear, but a power of a sound mind. So that's what I exercise, okay? My I am that I am, that's within me. So I don't speak that fear-based thoughts, that fear-based talking. I don't talk like that. Anyway. Now, stay with me. A while back, just been some years back, how many people understood what I was talking about, okay? Have ears to hear, because you never know when it's you. At least you know if this happened, you ain't crazy. A while back, I would wake up in the morning, and when I'm coming out of that sleep state, right, I'm still operating in awareness, okay? I would look on the wall and I would see what looked like shadow figures of spiders crawling on my wall. I wouldn't see more than one. I would see one, and then there would be times I might see maybe 2 or 3, but for the most part I would see one. It kind of freaked me out, because I knew that this was something that was not physical, okay? I'm like, what the H is this? And then, of course, I prayed about it, and then Most High God led me to people to watch on YouTube. You'd be surprised when you pray about something, and you ask God, to give you clarity, what is this? He will lead you to the right people. And they was talking about how they're seeing it too. Now, by me being awakened spiritually and communing with my higher self, it let me know this is just AI technology. Now, you know what? I'm talking about this, and all of a sudden, it's like, I'm not going to say it's hard to breathe, but, you could be in an environment where there's a lot of smoke around, and, I don't feel like coughing or anything, but it's like something trying to shut down my throat chakra. All of a sudden. So anyway, you get what I'm going with this. Anytime you're trying to bring awareness about something, you'd be surprised how the power it be. But it's interesting how my throat chakra is bothering me right now. Had to put my spiritual armor on. But anyway, this technology, I'm not going to say the word, I'm not going to say it no more. You know what I'm talking about, okay? I already said it already. This technology is very old. There's nothing new about it, okay? This is part of the treaty that our so-called, government, the shadow government officials, because there are levels to this thing, okay, that they have made with the ETs, okay? That's why it's a lot of advanced technology coming out now. And I'm just trying to watch what I'm saying. So this is something that's not new. The ETs have been using this technology, okay? But if it get in the wrong hands, it can be used destructively, okay? And these so-called ETs uses this technology also. They can also use it to spy on people, okay? Most people been seeing this technology as though they're seeing shadow spiders crawling on the wall. And then they'll fade out. What I saw this morning, it looked as small as a net. I want to say as small as a Tic Tac, but it looked as small as a net, okay? And I knew there was something to it because it was moving in an intelligent way. It knew when to back up. Because most nets don't really back up from you. You have to swing at them because they're mostly coming towards you, okay? They're drawn to you. They see you and they're drawn to you and they're moving towards you. You have to do like this when it comes to a net. So you know what I'm talking about. But you hardly see a net really back up from you. This thing was backing up from me. And it was staying at a distance, just hovering in my face. Okay, it wasn't moving around like how a net does. It was just like this, as though it was watching me and observing me. And I do trust my intuition. Okay, it has not stirred me wrong, and so the spirit lets me know this is not so much of a reptilian or so-called gray technology. This is another race of beings that are observant also. I apologize if my throat kind of funny. I was fine when I came out here, and all of a sudden it's like something's trying to close my throat chakra up, trying to keep me from not speaking about it. But anyway, for those that know what time it is, you know where I'm going with this, okay? So yeah, many of us are being watched. Now, this so-called race of ETs, I don't really sense them being hostile. I don't sense them being something to fear, okay? Just like when we look up in the sky, right? At night, we see stars. That are shining very bright in the heavens, okay? I gotta speak about something too, but anyway. But when we're looking up, that's what we're seeing, okay? When the sun go down, when it start getting dark, we see stars up there, right? Hold up, I gotta switch hands. I'm not gonna be here that long because it's starting to get real cold. The temperature, it's not really dropping, but I don't have much on, okay? I'm trying to be cute out here, and that ain't gonna get it. But anyway, we're seeing stars. The luminaries, okay? We're seeing the luminaries, we're seeing the stars. And we all, most like God's children, are a spark of light, whether you want to believe that or not. All you know is just a physical aspect of you, but that's not the real you. The real you is that which on the inside, okay? We are all a spark of light. I come to know that this is not the real me, okay? The real me is what I see when I go out there myself. And I see what look like a luminous light being. That's what I see, okay? Now, I wasn't always looking like that. Let me just say that, but that's a whole nother story. Because, before, when I would raise my hand up, and everything is really mental, okay? I would think about raising my hand up while I'm within myself, while my eyes are closed, and there has been time where my hand is just shadowy looking. That lets me know that I need to put the work in, okay? As far as working on my heart, healing, and releasing those things that no longer serve me. Let me just say that. You said my throat done changed, but anyway. But when you put the work in, and we all had to go into the dark to bring our light out, okay? But when you go into the dark and you are facing your shadow selves, you're facing you, okay? All the aspects about you that you've been put on the back burner and not healing from. There are going to be things that you're going to see that you're not going to like, but it is for you to observe and not react. Observe, see for what it is, and say, I love myself, I forgive myself. Because we all have a past, we all have done things. And I'm going to get back to the subject, but just hear me out. We have all done things that I would say is not considered righteous, okay, in our lifetime, in our past. And when you're owning it and facing it, okay, and you're making a conscious decision to put the work in, the more you go through yourself, the more you're going to start seeing good things. You're going to start seeing things that's going to make you happy and make you feel good. You also start, the atmosphere within you will start to change as well, okay? There's more that I can say, but I'm just trying to give you an example. I love you. Look at that bird. I know I see it. Do you see it? I saw a big old bird with big wings. If you didn't see it, I saw it, okay? And that's all that matters. But anyway. But we all have to go in the darkness to bring out our light, okay? And that's when things really start to shift and change. But anyway, going back to it. When we look up in the sky, we see the luminaries, we see the stars, okay? Those things that are above, okay, as above, so below, those things are above. When they're looking upon the earth, they see those who are changing, evolving spiritually, okay? I'm talking about spiritually, because that light within that individual has expanded and they see it. That's why many of you who have spiritual awakening and you're seeing with this, you can see those things that you once were not seeing, okay? And yeah, they see your light. They see your light. They see something about you that you don't even see yourself, okay? But they know. They know, and many people are being tracked, okay? Many people are being tracked. Even the lower ETs, shall I say? Yeah, they really want to shut us down, okay? But no, especially the Greys. They really, they're part of the agenda also. God, they're the ones that our shadow government working with. Let me just say that. Now, I hope I haven't lost many of you. I know it's like I'm coming off, a little cray, but no, your sister got plenty of sense, okay? I know what I know. My videos go back. They go back. And I speak about a lot of things, but I try to chop it up. But for those who know what time it is, you know. I always say, have ears to hear, because you never know when it be you next. Okay, at least you can say, "Oh yeah, I remember that sister was talking about that." So this is nothing to fear. I just need to stay focused and not operate in fear, because that's not going to serve me. Okay. But anytime any of you may start seeing something, or just happen to catch something on the corner of your eye, they look kind of shadowy looking, especially if it's like a spider, or it might look like something is flying around, 'cause what I saw this morning, it actually didn't look shadowy looking. I mean, I was actually seeing it, okay? It actually materialized to where it looks, like something that, it didn't look shadowy looking, okay? It looked like an actual, like I said, I thought it was a net, but it wasn't a net. It looked kind of long looking, but it was short. And I didn't see no arms. I didn't see no wings. And when I think about it, it looked like it had a little energy around it. You know how you look up in the sky, and maybe you have been observing these birds lately. Now you can see their energy around them. It's beautiful. It looks like it's white all around their body. You see their energy around them. This thing looked like that also. But my higher self let me know that this is AI, okay? And once again, these ETs, they use it also, and it's nothing new. It's nothing new, okay? You'd be surprised. China, they are far ahead, advanced. So I'm like, who are they working with? They are very far advanced when it comes to this AI technology. You ought to see the thing that they are doing, when it comes to their so-called drones, how they're using their drones, and but they are doing some interesting things there. Please know that. But anyway, even if you happen to see something like this, and I'm sure many people are, okay, yeah, you just being spied on. But everything is not so much you being spied on by the shadow government, and it can be that too. A lot of it also, you can be spied on due to, some ETs are checking you out as well, okay, for whatever reason. It doesn't really make you better than anybody, but they're observing you for a reason. That's all I'm trying to say, okay? Because this is not my first rodeo, okay? I've been seeing some strange things. Please know that. It's crazy. In my closet, I had purchased a, let me see, is it silk? It's not, I forgot what kind of material it is, but it's a nice blue dress. It's a wraparound dress. I always wanted me a wraparound dress, okay? I always wanted me one. But it's a point I want to make, okay? So I'm the kind of person, I put certain things on for certain occasion. That dress was just sitting in my closet. And then, of course, when I, so-called will start seeing somebody that I knew in the past, this was like a couple of years back, okay? Just like a couple of years back. I'd probably say about maybe 8 years back. But when I started seeing somebody that I haven't seen in a long time in the past, and we had reconnected, right? I decided to put that dress on. Now, notice what I'm saying. I decided to put that dress on. Now, the whole time, the dress been sitting in my closet. So the point I'm trying to make is, when you do something, family, do it because you want to do it. Try not to do anything by being forced. Try not to do something just for the hell of, for somebody else. Okay? Do it because you want to do it. And I'm noticing a lot of my sisters, because I was definitely one of them, You know, even though I wanted a dress like that, I was putting it on to really to be seen, shall I say. And many people might say, well, ain't nothing wrong with that. But I only wore that dress when I wanted to look a certain way for a certain individual. Why not wear the dress any other time? You know, when somebody wasn't, interested in me, you know, if that was something that I wanted, I should wear it regardless whether I was talking to somebody or not. That's the point I'm trying to make. So now I don't move like that anymore. If it's something that I like it. If it's something that I want to wear, I wear it regardless. Okay, I don't look for certain opportunities to wear something. Okay, now if it's spring or summer, yeah, I'm gonna put it on. Okay, but there was a time I would not put certain things on. I would normally put it on to be seen. That's the point I'm trying to make. Okay, it was a reason for it other than this is something that I like. Back then it's pretty much I wanted to be seen in something so I can get a reaction, and I'm not alone. A lot of my sisters move like that. They get things done to them because they want to be seen. They want to look good externally outside of them. Seeking praises from people. Because normally us female, we have a bonnet on in the side of our home. We have a bonnet on our head. Okay, we don't walk out here with a bonnet. Some people do. I don't. But we don't walk out here with a bonnet on our head. But at home, when we are relaxed and when we are comfortable, we have a bonnet on our head or a scarf. And if we are walking around, just with our bare hair, yeah, knows what I said. If we are walking around with our bare hair, meaning we take the wig off, okay? Hello, somebody. I'm not alone now. I mean, if you know what I'm talking about. But the point I'm trying to make is, do you? I'm just letting many of you know, I think about the things that I used to do that I don't do anymore, and it feels so liberating. I don't move anymore according to want to be seen and heard. I do what I like, and I wear what I like, regardless whether somebody's in my life or not. So do you, family? Do you? Okay? You need no validation. The ultimate validation is you validating yourself. That's what I'm trying to make. Validate yourself. Hello, somebody. Don't just do it because you seeking somebody else's approval. As far as how you look. How do you think you look? Look in the mirror. If you like what you see, that's all that matters. Okay. So anyway, much love to you all. I just want to put this information out there. See, now my throat's starting to. You notice that now my throat is starting to clear up because